WV Uncommonplace. This podcast is a variety podcast that houses numerous series to cover mental health, empowerment, podcast framework, and various intimate theories to get to know the hosts. Along with occasional movies reviews and dives in pop culture with our event podcast episodes. The Uncommonplace digs into bringing guests on that stories don't fit the mold and are very different. WV stands for the great state of West Virginia, and every quarter we cover something in West Virginia. Stacey and myself, JR, are your hosts, so please come along for this venture to our uncommon place.
Welcome to West Virginia Uncommonplace, the podcast where we delve into the world of television and explore its triumphs, challenges, and everything in between. I'm your host, JR, and today we're embarking on a deep dive into the iconic animated series Futurama and its fascinating journey of success and decline. Now, real quick, Matt Groening of The Simpsons fame created Futurama in 1999. It quickly became a beloved cult classic. The show's blend of science fiction, humor, and heartfelt storytelling captivated audience from the start, with a colorful cast of characters in a futuristic setting, and a clever match of wit and satire. Futurama was a refreshing addition to the TV landscape. The early success of Futurama is often held as the show's prime. So basically, it hit strides and solidified itself in pop culture in the very beginning. Episodes like The Luck of the Fryish, Jurassic Park showcase the show's ability to balance comedy and emotion and delivering poignant moments that resonate with viewers. And Bender, and Katie Sagal as Lilo, and Fry, and the rest of the cast. However, as time went on, some fans couldn't help but notice a shift in the show's quality. It's important to note that Futurama faced numerous challenges throughout its run, including cancellations, network changes, and production hurdles. These obstacles undoubtedly influenced the show's trajectory and contributed to its eventual decline. Let's start by revisiting the initial cancellation of Futurama in 2003. And with that, a lot of people say that Matt Groening and Fox had an issue. And this issue pretty much derives from the idea that they wanted a show to match The Simpsons, but not a show that would do better than it. So it seemed like with episodes being changed from date to date and not staying in a consistent manner, this was one of Fox's ways of finding a way to make sure that it didn't keep a consistent viewership. And basically, it was a blow to the creators and the fans, and the show just went however it did. Despite this, there was a strong following of DVD sales that boosted the show back into persuasion. In 2010, Comedy Central resurrected it with a chance for us to carry out a little bit more. And basically, when it was on Comedy Central, they did these little direct release movies. And next thing you know, they optioned a season. It was very well taken care of, and each time they made sure that these episodes kind of had not like a cliffhanger ending, but a finale ending to them, so that it kind of made sense. Now, the major hurdle this time, though, was the departure of key writers and creative minds. The original team had moved on to other projects, leaving a void that was difficult to fill. The transition in the writing staff was notable in the show's humor, storytelling, and character development. And this is one heavy thing that you can't notice. And when this does happen with shows, sort of like when any show leaves its network and goes to ABC, it gets new writers and it kind of just doles out. And the show's like shift in format and storytelling approach was something that the viewers saw, and they were like, comparing it to the early episodes that featured ongoing stories and character arcs. The newer series didn't do that, and that's the reason that they failed there. Additionally, the fact that Futurama's decline also came with a change of TV landscape. As streaming services gained popularity and binge watching became the norm, viewers and expectations and consumption habits have shifted. People want serialized storytelling and intricate plots, and Futurama with its episode structure did not do that. So that's where it kind of just fell off. And now the show's coming back for another round through Hulu to see if they can resurrect it and bring it back to its... I'm not going to say it was ever really prominent. I'm just going to say like that it's a cult classic in animation. But Futurama's legacy lives on through its fan base, memorabilia, and its freaking video games that are so hard to find. And it will be resurrected. It'll be brought back, and we'll see how it goes. But my whole thing on this is that after listening to a few of these episodes, you'll start noticing that Fox somehow didn't want anything to trump The Simpsons. Well, anyway, this concludes this episode. And like always, we're going to dive into the uncommon place inside the world of television on West Virginia Uncommonplace. So until then, keep exploring, stay curious, and explore the extraordinary.
Please follow WV Uncommonplace on Instagram, Tumblr, Twitter, TikTok, where we have some great content, Facebook, LinkedIn. Hit up the merch store at oncommonplace.square.site. Join the email list from the website, and rate, subscribe, and give feedback from your favorite podcatcher. And lastly, thanks for listening, and tune into the next episode.